Okay, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So today is July 1st. Uh, it's a July 1st. So this is a special day in Canada. They celebrate it as their Independence Day, formerly known as the Dominion Day. It's the National Day of Canada, a federal statutory holiday, right? So यहाँ पर holiday, today is the holiday. This is just like July 1st is theirs in Canada. 4th of July is the US because they were both fighting with each other for quite some time, right? So this is a Canadian federation that was established in 1867, 68, something like that. Okay. Uh, so we have today Abuzar, Parvaiz, Iqbal. This is your full name, right?
Yes, but I have write the name in Abuzar in Bay form
Okay.
only.
Okay. So the topic you have, basically, it's a very good topic. Topic you have, let me open this. So automated risk quantification and AI-driven threat modeling for cloud native applications, right?
Mm.
So how old are you?
I am 17 years.
You are 17 years, right? MashaAllah. Okay, 17 years. When did you started studying with us?
I have studied from March 2023.
So March 2023, you started studying with us and you were going through all of the things, mashallah. Okay, that's good. Now tell
First,
me, okay, just give me 1 minute. So what did you
o-
start at first?
okay, I started first with Cyber Defense Diploma, then Level 3 Diploma, then I will move on AI Ops, Level 6 Diploma.
Okay, mashallah. Are you based in Pakistan? Where are you based?
Yes, I am in Pakistan from Faisalabad.
From Faisalabad. Okay. Okay, mashallah. That's good. Mashallah. Okay, so you started doing your AI ops. When did you started that?
I am from November 2023.
November 2023. You started your diploma in AI ops. Now we are
Yes,
in June, July of 2024, right? So it has been almost 18 months, hasn't been there, right?
yes,
Okay. Are you doing your Al Razak right now?
yes, I am doing.
Okay, mashallah. Which part of Al Razak are you right now?
I am in part 2 and I have done some labs of part 2 also.
So part two, the Red Hat labs, you did those Red Hat labs for,
Yes, yes,
did you like the labs?
yes, I like the lab, especially the AI, which helps.
Okay, the Albari is there. Yes, Albari is there to
Yes.
assist you, mashallah. Okay, that's good. So you're 17 years of age. You started in March 2023. When did you find the job? Because the resume I have doesn't mention that job that you just mentioned. So, mashallah, you started earning. When did you secure this job?
Okay, in May 2025.
So, just recently in May 2025, right?
Yes,
So, when you started studying, you were 15 years of age,
yes,
and now you are 17. And within 2 years,
yes,
mashallah, you are now earning around, you mentioned 70,000
yes.
per month, mashallah. Okay. They are giving you low. How many projects have you deployed?
I have done around 10 deploy
10 projects, like where? Like what kind of solutions were those?
solutions. Some are fast API projects on Python, some are fast API, and some are Python and MERN based projects, and
Mashallah.
some and one project called WordPress deployed on AWS.
So you did the cloud, so you're doing the cloud native solutions on AWS,
Yes,
open source solutions, MERN stack,
yes,
all those things, mashallah. Okay. And you are doing the Al Razak labs, right?
yes,
You have to make sure that you go through all the Al Razak labs because in the month of July now, after 1 week time, you will get access to all the QB astronaut and QB golden astronaut, labs, right? Along
yes.
with all the Dockers, all the CI/CD. There's a lot of things you will get around 1,000 labs, right? Since you are
Mm.
in AI ops, you will get access to everything. So in the next 6 months, you will get all the 22, 23 domains. 22 domains. The 23rd domain is like as you mentioned, where do you want to go after completing this thing?
I want to go in UK.
Okay, so if you want to go to UK, then you better ensure that you complete your QB astronaut and QB golden astronaut, right? And then move towards there, right? There, the,
Right.
the other important thing is you should be able to apply for golden, global talent visa once you complete your basically your master's, right? So if you
Yes.
complete this, we were able to assist one of the students recently who secured admission in South Bank University, right? London South Bank.
Yes, I know.
And he completed his basically his AI ops. So on the basis of AI ops, he was able to secure his admission in a master's program, right? In a master's program. I'm going to show that to you. I'm not sure what will happen with your exam. We will go through that anyway right now, right? So
Right.
this is the master's program admission that the student was able to secure, right? I'm going to show that to you. Hold on. So you can see this is the master's level program that the person was able to secure, right?
Right.
And this is what he did. He did his diploma in artificial intelligence in in applied AI. So he got it in MSc in applied artificial intelligence, right?
Right.
Qualifications he applied based on जिस qualification पे उसने apply किया था, those were in diploma in artificial intelligence operations. As you can see, उसने उसका certificate जमा कराया diploma और IELTS का score जमा कराया 6.5 and he was able to secure the admission. Okay, कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी है? लंदन साउथ बैंक. उन्होंने इसको 4,000 का वो भी दिया और ये अनकंडीशनल ऑफर है. अनकंडीशनल का मतलब होता है देयर आर नो कंडीशंस. ठीक है ना? देयर आर नो कंडीशन.
Yes.
ये लड़का जा रहा है. ही इज गोइंग नाउ माशाल्लाह. ओके, आई वांट टू शो यू समथिंग. ये इसका था. And one of the things I'm going to tell you immediately if you want to go to UK, right? So,
But my plan is to go after 3 to 4 years.
take your time. Take your time.
Okay.
Take your time. Build yourself up. पैसे जमा करो,
Yeah.
है ना? And then go इंशाल्लाह. ओके, ये टेस्ट है. दिस इज द टेस्ट दैट many people take. ठीक है ना? ये हम लोग इसको अपनी प्रोग्राम में डालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ड्यूलिंगो टेस्ट इज चीपर देन बेसिकली देन अदर एग्जाम्स. ठीक है ना? अगर मैं तुम्हें दिखाऊं, देखो. सो ड्यूलिंगो वर्सेस आइल्स एग्जाम फी. ठीक है ना? आइल्स की एग्जाम फी कितनी है? ड्यूलिंगो $65 का है. इट्स वेरी चीप. आइल्स की एग्जाम फी
Yeah.
तो $300 है, डिपेंडिंग कि तुम कौन सा करते हो, क्या करते हो. $300 प्लस पे जाता है. ठीक है ना?
Yes.
तो तुम्हारे लिए ड्यूलिंगो आसान है, करना आसान है, पढ़ना आसान है. और स्टैनफोर्ड देखो किस यूनिवर्सिटी में माना जाता है. 4,000 अमेरिका के अंदर, यूके, कनाडा, यूएसए और कनाडा के अंदर. यूरोप में 630 यूनिवर्सिटीज, यानी दुनिया में ऑल टुगेदर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं जहां पर ये माना जाता है. ठीक है ना? 4,000 तो सिर्फ यहीं पर ही है अमेरिका में. तो तुम देख सकते हो स्टैनफोर्ड में, MIT में, हार्वर्ड में, प्रिंसटन में, सब जगह है. तो फिर दैट्स इजी. इट्स इजी फॉर यू टू डू ड्यूलिंगो, राइट? सो ये मेरा तुम्हारी
Right.
मशवरा है. डू द ड्यूलिंगो टेस्ट. ठीक है ना? इसकी हम लोग प्रिपरेशन कराना शुरू करेंगे, बट इट्स वेरी इजी. बहुत आसान है. ठीक है ना? तुम कर सकते हो. और ये जो लड़का है ये लंदन साउथ बैंक जा रहा है. ठीक है ना? लंदन साउथ बैंक, राइट? तो ये लंदन साउथ बैंक जा रहा है. लंदन बिजनेस स्कूल, इंपीरियल, SOS. लंदन साउथ बैंक यूनिवर्सिटी जिसमें जा रहा है वो लेती है ग्रेजुएट और अंडर ग्रेजुएट दोनों के लिए. तो अगर तुम्हें लंदन साउथ बैंक में एडमिशन चाहिए, वी कैन गेट यू एडमिशन. यूनिवर्सिटी कॉलेज लंदन में चाहिए, वी कैन गेट यू एडमिशन बेस्ड ऑन AI ऑप्स. Okay, AI ops alone.
Okay.
Together,
Yes.
based on what you will score, will determine where you will land in the next 2-3 years. तो 2-3 साल काम करो, पैसे जमा करो, अपने आप को मजबूत करो, मुस्तहकम करो, and then inshallah go out. I'm really
Okay.
proud of you, Abuzar. Your name is Abuzar. You
Yes.
know, you know who was Abuzar Ghafari radiyallahu anhu? One of the famous companions.
Yes.
One of the
Yes.
famous companions. You know, Abuzar Ghafari. Uh, from him there's a lot of hadith. बहुत सारी हदीसें हैं जो उनसे हैं. Very beautiful hadith, right? और वो मैं फिर कभी किसी और दिन बताऊंगा. But the point is कि you are mashallah at a very good position. You are earning at the age of 17 70,000 rupees. May and June तुम्हारे
Yes.
second month है और तुम 10 projects कर चुके हो.
Yes.
पैसे जमा करो. Do the QB astronaut. We will give you all the labs, containers, job descriptions, everything तुम्हें वहां सब मिलेगा. Labs मिल रही है ना? Labs करने में आसानी है ना?
Yes.
Click
Yes.
on it, lab खुल जाती है. It's easy.
Yes.
And do the lab. और तुम्हारे लिए आसानी इतनी है कि यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट कि यार मुझे मशीन खड़ी करो, मैं करूंगा, इंस्टॉलेशन करूंगा, मुश्किल है। और फिर तुम अलबारी को यूज भी कर रहे हो, अलबारी तुम्हें गाइड भी कर रहा है, बता भी रहा है, राइट?
yes,
इफ यू डू दिस, अगर तुमने 4-5 हज़ार लैब्स 6 महीने में कर ली, टास्क और लैब्स ये बड़े आराम से हो जाते हैं, ठीक है ना? तो यू आर सेट, यू आर सेट। ओके, देर
okay,
आर मोर टेक्नोलॉजीज विच आर कमिंग अप, सो तुम्हारे पास चॉइस होगी कि तुम्हें किस में करना है, राइट? तुम्हारे पास चॉइस होगी राइट नाउ। अभी जो तुम्हारी चॉइस है वो क्या है? वो कोर इंटीग्रेशन फ्रेमवर्क के हिसाब से, तुम एआई ऑप्स में हो ना, तो एआई ऑप्स
yes.
से तुम्हें ये चीज तो मिल ही रही है। मैं तुम्हें दिखा देता हूँ, ठीक है ना? आई विल शो इट टू यू, होल्ड ऑन। ठीक है, ये, नो नॉट द नोट्स, सीरियन, वेयर इज इट? सो एआई उसमें तुम्हें ये तो मिल ही रहा है, तुम्हें ये इसकी लैब्स मिल रही हैं। इसकी लैब्स बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड लैब्स हैं, बेसिक से एडवांस तक। ओके, बेसिक,
Yes.
गेट, एडवांस, चैलेंज्ड, उसमें तुम पूरी पूरी सॉल्यूशंस बनाओगे। ये तुम्हें मिलेगा 6 मंथ्स में, तुम्हें 22 डोमेन्स के ऊपर लैब्स मिलेंगी, ठीक है ना? साइबर सिक्योरिटी की लैब्स अलग हैं, ऑफेंसिव डिफेंसिव ये सब चीज़ें हैं। क्लाउड एंड बिग डेटा की लैब्स अलग है। इसके अंदर तुम्हें ये अभी हम रिलीज कर रहे हैं इसमें से, क्योंकि इसके मल्टीपल डोमेन्स हैं। उन मल्टीपल डोमेन्स में से तुम्हें मल्टीपल चीजें हम लोग दे रहे हैं और वो कर रहे हैं, ठीक है ना? सो देयर अ टन ऑफ
Mm.
थिंग्स जो तुम कर सकोगे, ठीक है ना? तुम्हारी मर्जी है, जब तुम मजबूत हो जाओ, यू आर स्टेबलाइज, यू आर एबल टू फिगर आउट कि क्या करना है, देन आइदर पिक अनदर डोमेन, क्वांटम या स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी या बायो इंजीनियरिंग या स्केडा, वट एवर यू वांट टू डू, और फिर तुम उसमें मजीद आगे मास्टर्स कर सकते हो। नहीं करना उसी में पढ़ रहे हो तो इसके अंदर मास्टर्स करने जा सकते हो, इसके अंदर मास्टर्स करने जा सकते हो, इसके अंदर मास्टर्स करने जा सकते हो।
I want to do master in cyber security.
अगर साइबर सिक्योरिटी है तो इसी के अंदर मजीद आगे काम करो। इसमें तुम डेवसेकऑप्स को पढ़ो, ठीक है ना?
Yes,
डेवसेकऑप्स भी देयर, स्केडा विल बी देयर, इसके साथ स्केडा को कंबाइन करो, ठीक है ना? दिस अ टन ऑफ थिंग्स,
yes.
यू कीप ऑन डूइंग ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स, दिस विल हेल्प यू इंशाल्लाह। ओके, माशाल्लाह, दिस गुड, इट्स अ वेरी गुड स्टार्ट, आई एम रियली हैप्पी फॉर यू यार, बहुत अच्छी बात है। एक गिला है मुझे सबसे, ठीक है ना, बच्चे आगे बताते नहीं है जॉब हो गए। यार बता दो।
I will tell you in live.
इंशाल्लाह।
I
सो
have tell you in live
माशाल्लाह, that's
before
good.
I have.
अच्छा, मुझे नहीं मालूम, मुझे मेरी बात नहीं हुई, आई कांट रिमेंबर ना, इतने सारे बच्चे आते हैं, आई कांट रिमेंबर।
Yeah.
ओके, बिस्मिल्लाह रहमान रहीम, सो लेट मी ओपन द शीट एंड इंशाल्लाह वी विल प्रोसीड विद द वर्क। लेट मी ओपन दैट।
Even I lead the Lahore and Faisalabad office of developers.
Spam.
अच्छा, माशाल्लाह, गुड, दैट्स गुड, माशाल्लाह।
Yes.
Whenever this owner has to bathe his
सॉरी यार, ये आई हैव टू क्लोज सम ऑफ दीज विंडोज, होल्ड ऑन, जस्ट गिव मी 1 मिनट। ओके, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Yes, this is your file. So your topic today is very interesting. It's automated risk quantification and AI-driven threat modeling for cloud native applications. Okay. In this
Okay.
topic, there are three core objectives, and then there are multiple areas of focus. You have to give me a design. Students will design a system for automated risk quantification and AI driven threat modeling for cloud native applications. You are already working on the cloud native application. This will give you some idea.
Yes.
Deployed on AWS and Azure. Deploying on AWS and Azure is pretty much similar, right?
Yes.
The system will ensure real-time risk assessment and proactive threat mitigations. Okay, inshallah. Uh, in the objectives, you have to quantify security risks automatically for cloud native applications and AI driven. The key areas of focus are DevOps, SysOps, AI, cybersecurity, GRC, and cloud security. If you pay attention to all of these areas, then I just mentioned, right?
Right.
Mentioned in your topic, which are mentioned in your topic, they are the same areas. I'm going to show it to you, right? They are the same. This is your topic, right? So they
Right.
focus are DevOps, SysOps, AI, cybersecurity, GRC, cloud security. They are the same areas, which are the key areas of focus for you. I'm going to open that key areas of focus. Hold on, right? तो ये वही सेम की एरियाज ऑफ फोकस हैं जिसमें तुम काम भी कर रहे हो, वो भी कर रहे हो, सब कुछ कर रहे
Yeah.
हो। की एरियाज ऑफ फोकस जो तुम्हारे अलरजाक में मिलेगा, एआई, ठीक है ना? और वहां पर
Yes.
क्या है तुम्हारे टॉपिक में, क्या है? इफ वी लुक एट साइड बाय साइड, राइट, अगर हम साइड बाय साइड रख के देखें, राइट, सो पे अटेंशन के हम किस तरह से कर रहे हैं इसको, राइट? और लेट मी स्क्रीन द फुल थिंग, राइट? So देखो तुम्हारे key areas of focus क्या है, ये तुम्हारा topic है ना, DevOps. It's covered
Yes.
here in cloud and big data, DevOps. Okay. Then it's
Okay.
SysOps. It is covered in infrastructure as a code in cloud and big data. AI. Okay. AI is covered. ये तुम्हारा Al Razak program है in AI and ML. Okay. GRC
Okay.
is covered in cybersecurity, offensive, and cloud security is also covered here. Right. So this gives you a complete 360-degree view of all the things. तुम्हें सब काम पे आ जाएगा. Okay. सही है ना? This
Okay.
will give you complete oversight. तो जब तुम काम कर रहे हो, when you're working, you have to pay attention. Okay, what are the things I have to look from DevOps perspective, from SysOps perspective, from AI perspective, from ML perspective, from GRC perspective, right? From infrastructure
Right.
perspective. All of these perspectives are important for you. Okay, so keep this in
Okay.
mind. This is very important. The presentation is going to last minimum 15, maximum 25 minutes. We'll go through all of the things. Inshallah. The goal is that I will evaluate your presentation, and based on that, there will be a Q&A, questions and answers.
Yes, and okay.
After that, we will conclude our activity and I will give you your results, inshallah. Okay. May Allah give you more success. Abuzar, I'm really happy for you, mashallah. Okay.
Thanks for that.
So have some water, be ready, be calm, be composed, and you can share the slide, share your screen before I
Okay.
enable the timer.
Can you see it?
It's loading on my side. Yes.
Okay.
Can you set up the screen properly? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Mashallah.
Okay.
You may start. Bismillah. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Bismillah. You may start now.
Okay. Okay. So my name is Abuzar and I am a student at Nafi Diploma in AI of Archive Level 6. So today my topic is automated risk quantification and AI-driven threat modeling for cloud-native applications. Why this matters? With the cloud-native apps growing rapidly across platforms like AWS, Azure, and GCP, it is becoming harder to keep the track of security in real time. That's where AI comes in to detect risk faster, more accurately, and traditional methods and tools cannot keep up with. Like there's a millions of logs generated, so that's why human cannot read millions of logs. So that's where AI comes. So today my topic of agenda is introduction to cloud native security, challenges in multi-cloud environment, secure CI/CD integration, AI-driven threat modeling, real-time risk quantification and compliance and cloud governance (GRC). So what is cloud native? Cloud native are the applications that are designed specifically for the platforms like AWS and Azure. They are built using containers, microservices, and APIs. Like in AWS, we use step functions, Lambda functions, such as they are highly scalable and flexible to meet the changing demands of industry. They run in dynamic environments that adjust resources automatically. So why is security is a critical? Microservices create complex connections. That's why it is hard to keep security. Traditional security tools cannot keep up with the changes that in cloud native applications. That's where AI powered security come and detect threats detect threats in. So multi-cloud setup and demand smarter protection also. Like if we use because they have also different standards in AWS, there are different standards of security in Azure. There are different standards. So challenges in multi-cloud environments. Different cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, GCP have their own security tools and rules which can be hard to align. For example, if we in AWS we use IAM roles to give access, and Azure we use role-based access control. They are different than others. Also, the attack surface expand as more services are and regions are added in AWS and Azure. There are different regions also. Moving data between clouds increase risk of exposure or misconfiguration. For example, if we move EC2 in AWS to Azure virtual machine, there can be misconfiguration of secrets manager. Also, there is a service called AWS Secrets Manager where we can store secrets in it, and if we want to store the secrets securely, we use in Azure Vault. If we do not have secure secrets in Azure Key Vault from AWS Secrets Manager, it exposed and our infrastructure, our app would not work. Or that's why managing everything leads to higher operational work for developer teams and operations teams. How we can secure CI/CD integration? We can secure CI/CD integration by automatically run vulnerability scans every time you build or deploy the code into productions. Like we can use code linting in CI/CD pipelines and secure code linting and make sure the secrets are secure are not hard coded in the code. We can use infrastructure as a code for securely by scanning or misconfiguration. Like we can use Sonar Cube tool or Trivi for Docker image scannings and to find vulnerabilities in it. We can apply security policies early in the development process to catch issues before they reach to productions. And like keep environment variables in secret repository and not directly commit to Git code. Like we can use in GitHub, we use GitHub secrets to keep environment variables in secrets, and in Bitbucket we use secrets and variables, and in GitLab we also use secrets and variables to keep environment variables in secrets and do not commit environment file to the CI/CD code in GitHub. AI-driven threat modeling. We can use machine learning to spot unusual behavior or suspicious activity, continuously update threat model as the system architecture changes. For example, we can use machine learning to spot behavior like if the Docker container is stored, we can use a Lambda function to start the Docker container immediately. So that's why we have zero downtime. Also, we can help identify risk early in the development or deployment cycle before they can reach to the productions. We can use predict potential attack. AI can predict potential attacks path before they can happen. So we can use tools like AWS Guard Duty in AWS and Azure Sentinel for intelligent detection in Azure. Real-time risk quantification. So we can use AI to calculate dynamic risk scores based on the system activity. Like we can use if the container stopped in if the container Docker container stopped, how much it breaks the app and application and your application not works. So that's why we can train the model on it and detect it to the real-time risk quantification. So we can use continuously monitor cloud workload user and network behavior. In AWS, we use AWS CloudWatch and AWS CloudTrail for logs and event management. We can integrate pre-deployment checks directly into CI/CD pipelines for proactive defenses, like if the Docker image, if the updated Docker image not working and it's deleted, so we can use it come back to the previous Docker image. Trigger, we can use trigger automatic alerts when risky activities is detected by SNS, simple SNS notification. In Lambda, we can use Lambda functions for this. We can use enable real-time responses to thread without waiting for manual actions. Like if the we can also use if the EKS clusters in Kubernetes, in AWS EKS Kubernetes cluster, if it needs highly scalable, it will be auto highly scalable by horizontal pod auto scaling. Tools like we can use AWS Security Hub and Azure Security Center to help visualize and manage risks. Compliance and cloud governance. We can use automate compliance checks using built-in tools from cloud providers. We can continuously track and ensure policies that are followed across environments different like in AWS and Azure. We can give our leadership teams a clear view of the organization cloud is posted. If, for example, if the secret of API key is not held in secrets, it will expose in the hard-coded GitHub code so it can publicly accessible. So that's why we use in GitHub secrets. We can use align the cloud security practices with major standards like in our ISO 27001, SOC 2, and GDPR. Compliance and cloud governance also reduces human error by using automated monitoring and enforcement. Like if we use if something happens, it will shows on CloudTrail logs and events. For example, if someone deletes the EC2 instance, it will show in the CloudTrail log so we can find it. And yeah, that's my presentation.
That was lightning fast. You wrapped it up. You wrapped it up very, very fast. Okay.
Because I am working, so I have also in time only in weekends. Sometimes I also work on weekends
Okay.
due to workload.
It's a workload. Are you happy in your work or what's happening?
Yes, I am happy because I have to seek very knowledge.
Okay, mashallah. Okay, very good. Uh, okay, Bismillah. All right, so let's jump into the Q&A session, inshallah. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So, what are the main, and this is going to be very easy for you. So, since you are already working, right? So, you will have this edge on your side to assist you. So, what are the main characteristics of a cloud native application?
Main characteristics of a cloud native application, such as they are built using microservices, containers, and lambda functions, such as if we trigger lambda functions, like if we can use an lambda functions to trigger if the CPU utilization goes up to 80%, it will trigger an SNS notification.
MashaAllah.
I used in my company, so that's why I know.
Good, mashallah, mashallah. Why are traditional security tools insufficient in cloud native environments? Why?
Because the cloud native environments, they are updated so significantly, so that's why AI traditional tools cannot keep up on the security policies that are on the cloud application. So that's why we use cloud native security tools.
I'm really happy, Abuzar.
Is it
You,
correct or not?
yes, 100%, mashallah.
Thanks.
Like give you success in becoming the best quantum engineer, and and if you want to go in, there is a field known as quantum DevOps, right? It has security, but it's quantum security. It has DevOps, but it's quantum DevOps. I mean, AI
Okay.
will not replace these things. AI will
Yeah.
expand and make these things much more complex, right? So
Right.
always persons who knows these things will always be there, inshallah. Okay,
Inshallah.
so in your presentation, name two
Yeah.
driven tools for threat detection which are cloud native.
Yeah.
You mentioned
Okay. Yes.
AWS and Azure, right? So name two tools on AWS and Azure, one and one each from each of
Yeah.
the cloud environments, which are used for threat detection.
Threat detection used for threat. We can use Azure Security and AWS Security Hub for
Yeah.
threat detection.
Is AWS Guard Duty Security Hub and Azure
AWS Guard Duty.
Sentinel. MashaAllah. 17 years, right? Mentioned.
Yes. They are also shocked because they said we don't see a DevOps engineer at this age.
Well,
Even they have a policy.
Musa Jamal, 16 years of age,
Yes, yeah.
mashallah,
Yes,
earning,
I know.
I think he's earning 200,000, 250,000 rupees per month.
Yeah.
So you will get there, inshallah. You will go there, inshallah. You will go at
Even
high.
they have a policy that they don't hire under 18, but they break the policy because I create 5 rounds of interview.
MashaAllah, five. Ajib. Okay. What is the role of real-time risk quantification in cloud security? Why is it important? That's
Is
your
it important? Is it important because humans cannot read millions of logs generated through apps. So that's where AI driven threat detection is coming.
okay. The answer is good. It would have been, you are 17 years of age, I understand, but now you have to think like like a senior DevOps engineer, senior SysOps engineer. It uses, the question I'm looking at your presentation says like real-time risk quantification, right? That's your topic. So you have to
Yes.
say it uses AI to calculate the threat matrix, the dynamic risk scores, monitor behaviors, and enables automated responses because the AI is analyzing millions of logs in real time, right?
Yeah.
That
Yes.
is why it gives you the insights. This is agentic AI. It doesn't replaces the human being. It complements the human being to make its tasks easier so that human being can spend time at other places, right?
Okay, so we can use if CPU utilization is goes up to 80%, it will give us an SNS notification through Lambda functions.
Yes, yes. So it will keep on monitoring.
Yes.
Okay. How does AI help in compliance in GRC according to the presentation you mentioned? How does it helps?
How does AI helps? Okay, AI helps in cloud governance, like it will ensure the security and secrets variables are not encoded in GitHub are not encoded, hard encoded, and make sure these are in GitHub secrets and in AWS Secrets Manager or in Azure, it will be on Azure Vault.
So essentially, you are saying like when the security is embedded at a code level, the AI
Yes.
will be able to monitor uh, compliance issues in real time within the infrastructure as a code, right?
Yes.
That's what AI helps in compliance in GRC according to the presentation that you mentioned, right?
Right.
Your answers are good. Sometimes they're crude. I understand you're 17 years of age. I will give you that, right? But the answers are right, mashallah. Okay. Okay, mashallah. So now the tough questions begin. So in a multi-cloud, explain how a multi-cloud environment complicates security posture management.
Complicates in a multi-cloud environment because they have different standards of security. Like in AWS, we have AWS Security Hub. In Azure, we can Azure Sentinel, and that because they have different policies. Like in AWS, we have IAM roles and permissions, but in Azure, we have role-based access controls. They are different from others.
So that complicates the whole issue of managing security posture.
Yes.
Have you experienced this thing by yourself while doing it?
No, I am currently working on AWS only because there is no Azure project.
Azure project, okay.
Okay.
How were you able to answer this question?
Because I have experiences with myself from practice through practicing.
MashaAllah. That's good. That's good.
I have learned also GitOps. Now I
MashaAllah.
am learning it.
MashaAllah. That's good. Okay. Focus your stuff in getting the Al Razak Part 2 done because Al Razak Part 2, in the 6 months' time, you will get access to 22 domains. There's a lot of learning material in there. There's a lot of labs. There's a lot of things, and that will help you go further, right? Inshallah.
Right.
So, let's talk about some of the real-time risk analysis, right? What is the Monte Carlo simulation in the risk quantification diagram you showed?
Can you rephrase the question?
Hold on, let me open. The presentation was here with me. Okay. This is on slide. Oh, sorry. So for the risk quantification, right? You use this is on slide number, what is the number slide? Real-time risk quantification, right? There's a diagram. It shows forecasting and data collection, decide schedule, Monte Carlo simulation, right? So I'm asking you about the Monte Carlo simulation because we use that in managing, risk quantification. So what does the Monte Carlo simulation represent in real-time risk quantification diagram that you showed?
Okay, so it detects from past activities like if CPU utilization is goes up to 80%, it will make sure that it will not go to above 80%, above 80%, and expand they watch CloudTrail logs and CloudWatch agent to make sure that it will have a uptime of 99% of EC2.
Okay. In Arabic, it says, "Kullu hisan sawfa yat'athar," which means every horse will have a stumble, right? You had your first stumble. You just stumbled, right? So basically, the Monte Carlo simulation is a very, is a technique we use in risk quantification in the GRC, something we have covered in the basically in the Al Razak part 2 as well. It models uncertainty, the risk in risk outcomes by simulating, as I'm seeing in your diagram, by simulating various systems behavior scenarios to assign probability-based risk scores. As you mentioned, if there's a problem, what happens? It asks what happens if the CPU utilization goes up. What happens?
Yes.
Storage runs out. What happens if the RAMs is all consumed? What happens if the system is not available? This is Carlo simulation. So you model uncertainty, and based on that modeling, you calculate the risk outcomes. Okay. So
Okay.
you answer the question, but like in a different format, right? So, but it was acceptable.
Can I use an camera, machine learning camera example?
You can use the machine learning algorithms
Yeah.
to basically the Monte Carlo simulation uses a lot of like, I would say it is used in data science, it is used in GRC. It is primarily a GRC task, but they use an AI as well. The AI even uses these things. I mean, AI uses these methodologies to calculate the outcome. This is why your topic is AI infusion in the risk management process, right? Okay, so let's jump on to some of the tougher things. I'm just going to take off my gloves. Metamorphically, I'm not wearing any gloves. So if you have to deconstruct the feedback loop in an AI-powered threat model, right? How would continual updates to the model architecture affects the bias and variance and anomaly detection over time? This is the question I asked one of my AI guys, and he did his master's and he was scratching his head. Let's see if he can answer this.
Okay. So we can bias. So if there is a potential risk of if it is a high priority,
मैं तुम्हें
if it is
ब्रेक करके बताता हूँ. Deconstruct करना है, ठीक है ना? खोल के देखना है. Feedback loop in AI-powered threat model. What is threat modeling? You do threat modeling to see कहाँ से compromise हो सकता है, what can happen, this and that, right? So how would a continual updates, system को updates भी मिल रहे हैं, नए threat models आ रहे हैं, तो जब वो सब चीजें हो रही हैं, continual updates to the model architecture affect bias and variance. ठीक है ना? Biasness क्योंकि आ जाती है AI के अंदर, it develops, and variance anomaly detection over time. How do you handle this?
So we can handle this by if the threat detection is priority high, we can simply solve this first, and then we can solve the medium priority and solve the easy priority or low priority. Like for example, high priority is if the EC2 instance takes time to generate an image from PDF and it gives expectancy of patients. If it is and it takes time for around 3 to 5 minutes because customer don't wait for 3 to 5 minutes to do expectancy of a patients because they have to generate because they have to give multiple PDF files to process them, so that's why they don't wait to like that. So this is high priority. Medium priority is that there is the function in some web app like number 2, it's not working, next page and is not working. This is medium priority. And a low priority is the email gets reject the email no, and the low priority is the PDF does not give.
I understand your answer. So this is so you answered it in a way that it was supposed to be done. You have to mention this, like frequently retraining, frequently अगर आप train करते रहो system को, can reduce the bias, adapt to new threats because the new threats are coming in, MITRE attack and all these things are giving you new data, but may increase variance over fit to temporary anomalies, right?
Right.
For validation, cross-domain input, like getting from different domains, and differential learning rate strategies. Obviously, the answer is much more AI in depth. So when you are sitting in an interview, you answered me as how you would do it, right? So that's the language. However, and you were able to answer the question, but the lingo needs to be uh, a little bit more sophisticated, right? So तुम्हें थोड़ा सा और ज़्यादा अपनी, you have to improve your communication skills at a level that it, this is why, you know, in the Al-Razak plan, there are certain things I'm going to show you. So something that you have to make sure जब तुम करो, you pay attention to all of the things, right? So this will prepare you for what is about to come towards you, right? Because when you go there, you will find these things happening, right? So I'm going to show you quickly why it is important for you to do Al-Razak properly. Okay? ये तुम्हें ज़रूरी है. This is very important for you to do Al-Razak. Because you're scoring very well, I'm going to show you what you have missed. So this is the Al-Razak program, right? In the
Right.
Al-Razak program part 2, you will get access to all of these domains. This is domain 1, AI and machine learning. You will get access to it sometime in November. This is the release schedule. I'm not showing that, right? But you will know.
Right.
Right now,
Okay.
you're in July, you're getting CI/CD, you are getting Dockers, containerization, right? All of these domains. But then there are different domains and there are different times, right? So
Right.
in the next 6 months, starting from June till November, you will get access to all of these labs. Each of these components combined, all of these 22 domains, roughly 22 domains. And this is where communication and teamwork, communication. You have to improve your communication to a sophisticated level. I know, I understand कि तुम 17 साल के हो, 17 साल के हो, but माशाल्लाह, you know, आम 17 साल के बच्चे को कुछ नहीं पता. तुम 17 साल के
Yeah.
बच्चे होकर माशाल्लाह 70,000 रुपए कमा रहे हो, right?
Yeah.
Starting, mashallah. This is very good. I mean, whatever you invested, you will be able to take it back in 4 or 5 months' time. कितने पैसे
Yeah.
लगाए?
Around 600K.
6 लाख लगाए ना, तो ये 6 लाख तुम 6 महीने में कमा लोगे, 5
Yeah.
7 8 महीने में कमा लोगे, तुम्हारे वापस आ गए. You got the
Yeah.
degree, you got the diploma, ठीक है ना? डिप्लोमा तुम्हें मिल गया, तुम मास्टर्स में एडमिशन लेके आ सकते हो, तुम्हारा टाइम बच गया. You came
Yes.
after matric, right?
Yes, I came after matric.
Unbelievable. So by the time you are 17, 18, 19, you know, you should do the specialization. जाके specialization करो उसमें आगे. You know, pick up the specialization in quantum, yeah, something like that, right?
Right.
Go deeper into cybersecurity stuff. But first complete Al-Razak. First complete
Yeah.
this and complete some of the exams. So तुम्हें वो सब चीजें मिलेंगी. You will get access to all of those things. And in the next 6 months, in the last 6 months, because this Al-Razak is, you know, based on तुम्हारा जॉब के ऊपर है ना. And then on the
Yeah.
last 6 months, जब तुम्हारे last 6 months रह जाएंगे, KYC job based labs as per your diploma program. So KYC jobs, what does that mean? You know,
Know your customer.
no, what this means is that, for example, you want to go to UK, right? So
Yes.
what we do, we go to UK, right? And we go here and we select the jobs because you pick up some of the countries, ठीक है ना? And then हम क्या करते हैं, हम उसमें लिखते हैं जैसे AI engineer, right? ठीक है ना? So we look for AI engineer. So तुम मास्टर्स करने चले गए वहाँ पर, मास्टर्स कर रहे हो, लेकिन AI इंजीनियर की जो जॉब्स हैं, जैसे ये जॉब है अप्लाइड AI इंजीनियर, सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर, पाइथन AI इंजीनियर की प्री ट्रेनिंग रिसर्च में, सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर, ऑब्जर्वेबिलिटी. देखो ऑब्जर्वेबिलिटी कहाँ है? हैव यू सीन ऑब्जर्वेबिलिटी? ऑब्जर्वेबिलिटी तुम्हें नजर आई? ऑब्जर्वेबिलिटी देखो ये
Yeah.
ऑब्जर्वेबिलिटी की एक पूरी डोमेन है. वेयर इज इट? इसके अंदर आती है ना, ये रही मॉनिटरिंग एंड ऑब्जर्वेबिलिटी. सो देर इज अ रीजन हाउ वी हैव डिजाइंड दिस प्रोग्राम. ये जो प्रोग्राम है AI ऑप्स का, दिस विल टेक यू फर्दर इंशाल्लाह. बाय द वे, यू स्कोरिंग वेरी हाई राइट नाउ. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग यू what you have to do. Okay, so what we do
Okay.
is we look at the jobs. ये AI इंजीनियर को 90,000 से 1,20,000 पाउंड सालाना दे रहे हैं. So we look at the
Yes, I.
क्या चाहिए उनको. They need, what do they need? They need hackers who has been dominating AI hackathons with weird wonderful prototypes. The auto. So when you are going through all of these things, जब तुम अपनी सारी domains कर रहे होगे यहाँ पर, ठीक है ना, cyber
Yes.
security की, offensive, defensive, ये वो, then you will be able to go through all the other things as well. This is what we are preparing you for, right? ठीक है ना. इसमें AI इंजीनियर प्री ट्रेनिंग के लिए क्या चाहिए, ठीक है ना, टेदर पावर, टेदर डेटा, क्यूट, मतलब कि वट एवर, राइट. उसमें जॉब के लिए उनको क्या चाहिए, LLM आर्किटेक्चर्स, NVIDIA GPUs, फलाना फलाना ये वो, ठीक है ना? We will give you all of those things. PyTorch, Hugging Face की libraries पे काम. There's a ton of things. Software engineer, this is one job. In the next 6 months, the last 6 months of your Al Razak, you will go through hundreds of jobs training. In which domains? In which domains? What are those domains? Those domains are based on your basically diploma, which is in this case the core integration framework, the CIF. You will get access to ये सब तुम्हें मिलेगा, ये सब तुम्हें
Yeah.
मिलेगा, और तुम्हें ये सब मिलेगा. अब अगर तुम्हें स्पेशलाइजेशन अलग से करनी है, बोले यार मुझे क्वांटम भी पढ़ना है, मुझे उसमें भी जाना है, तुम उसमें भी जा सकते हो. ठीक है ना? जैसे क्वांटम में अगर मैं लिखूं इन एफ आई वांट सी कि यार क्वांटम में क्या मार्केट चल रही है, क्या जॉब्स चल रही हैं, ठीक है ना, आई कैन सी दैट एज वेल. ठीक है ना? मैं यहाँ पर गया, सो वी विल गिव यू लैब्स ऑन ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स. लैब्स टास्क्स, इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस, लैब्स, इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस, लैब्स. ठीक है ना? और वी विल गिव यू, मतलब कि सारी, देखो जैसे सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर पाइथन है ना एआई प्लेटफॉर्म पे, तो तुम्हें
Yeah.
जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन है, इसी के बेस पे तुम्हें एआई वहाँ तैयारी कराएगा. अलबारी सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट टूल किट्स कराएगा, जो मुख्तलिफ टूल किट्स AWS के ऊपर हैं, अजोर के ऊपर हैं, ठीक है ना, पाइथन की, सब सब लैंग्वेज जो जो हम लोग इसमें करवा सकते हैं, वी विल गो थ्रू ऑल ऑफ दोज थिंग्स. आखिर में अगर तुम्हें स्पेशलाइजेशन करनी है, यू कैन गो एंड कवर क्वांटम, राइट? Quantum computing is another place. Defense intelligence capability assessment, science and technology. This is another thing. DevOps manager, quantum के लिए चाहिए. Quantum computing, right? So you have time. You said you have 3 years, right? You want to, after 3 years, you want to go spend
Yes.
3 years working and learning, working and learning. Nothing else. कुछ और नहीं करना. You will be able to
Okay.
move further, inshallah. Okay. All right,
I
let's
have.
wrap up your exams. We are getting closer to wrapping up your exam, mashallah. You answered 2 questions remaining.
Hmm.
So, how would you integrate? Okay, sorry, let's jump in. In the context of SCADA systems, right? In your topic,
Right.
industrial control systems. In the context of SCADA systems based threat modeling, shown in the diagram, how does predictive modeling in the detection phase differentiate between anomaly and confirmed cyber attacks? How do you know?
Okay. So in SCADA systems, we have a defined structure of ICS security of 101, and also if it detects a high priority anomaly, if it detects a high priority anomaly, it will mention, it will give us and detect and gave us a notification of SNS notification of email. If it is resolving thing like if the Docker container stops, it will restart the Docker container by Lambda function through step functions.
This is one question, you like, I will say it again, kullu isan sawfa yat'athar, which means every horse will have a stumble. You had another stumble, ukhra, right? Kullu isan sawfa yat'athar ukhra, like another stumble, right? So, basically, in the context of SCADA systems, it used trained thresholds and classification boundaries in the ML, machine learning model output. Example, we use SVM, CNN output confidence to distinguish
Yes.
noise versus normal variance from attack vectors to sustained multi-vector anomalies, right? This is how you do it. Again, you will have opportunity to do these things on the labs. Labs में तुम्हें मौका मिलेगा. You will have access to all of those things, okay? So
Okay.
I will give you some effort, answer that, but this is the final question we have, and we are wrapped up. So critique, criticize karo. Critique the role of IAC, infrastructure as a code, scanning, in secure DevOps. What attack vectors can bypass IAC scanning, and how would AI detect those? Yes, there is a possibility कि हो सकता है.
Yes.
तो हम कैसे पकड़ेंगे उसको? AI क्या चीज?
Okay. Yes. Okay, so we use if AI checks in the code if the secrets are hard-coded or not, and the secrets are properly secured in Secrets Manager, AWS Secrets Manager, or Azure Vault, or GitHub Secrets, or GitLab Secrets and variables. If we can use pre-deployment checks in CI/CD pipeline or infrastructure as a code to detect to detect help and detects to anomalies after deployment before reaching to the production. Also, we can use code linting to check if there is a problem in code in infrastructure as a code. But the main purpose is to check the secrets are managed or not.
You know, तुम्हें आंसर देना आता है. I mean, IC scanning में runtime misconfiguration, secret leakage via
Yes,
environment variables, and zero-day module vulnerabilities. Uh, so AI can detect those. You
yes,
answered to me as if you're doing something because तुमने किया है ना. See, this is the
yes,
difference. When a person does it versus a person who only talks about it, right? So, very good, mashallah. Okay, very, very good. I'm really happy. We came back after some time. Really happy, mashallah. Zabardast. Just give me 1 minute. So, I'm just compiling the results, okay? Okay, I'm really happy to say this thing, mashallah. So, in the presentation, you scored 20.5 out of 25. Okay, अच्छी presentation थी, it was flowing well, apart from few things which were missing, but overall it was very good. In the Q&A, you scored, which is 82%. The presentation में तुमने 82% score किया. Okay, 20.5
okay,
out of 25.
yes,
In the interview, you scored 22.5 out of 25, 90%. MashaAllah. So your combined final score is coming out to be 86%. Okay, you have
okay,
passed, my brother, you have passed this exam in the upper 10%. Okay, so
okay,
you have secured a distinction here in the interview. And so this is very good, mashallah. I'm going to, you have passed with distinction, the overall package. Okay, so
okay.
this is very good, mashallah. I'm really happy, Abuzar. I'm going to say something, some of the hadith, some of the hadith Qudsi. You know what hadith Qudsi is?
No,
Uh, okay, I will explain that some other day, right?
okay,
But some of them are coming from Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, of the hadith, which were narrated by Abuzar Ghaffari. Your name is Abuzar Ghaffari, right?
yes,
So this is very important. This is a very famous hadith. It's a very long hadith, right? In Sahih Muslim. O my servant, I have forbidden oppression for myself and have made it forbidden amongst you. So do not oppress one another. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam फरमा रहे हैं कि भाई मैंने जुल्म जो है ना, यानी कि अल्लाह ताला कह रहे हैं कि अल्लाह के रसूल को कि भाई जुल्म मैंने मना किया है, ना मैं किसी पे जुल्म करता हूँ और ना मैं चाहता हूँ कि तुम एक दूसरे के ऊपर जुल्म करो. ठीक है ना? अल्लाह ताला फरमा रहे हैं कि जिसको मैं गाइडेंस देता हूँ, whom I guide, So seek guidance from me and I shall guide you. अगर तुम्हें guidance चाहिए तो मुझसे मांगो. कोई और नहीं दे सकता. कोई बाबा नहीं दे सकता. कोई मुफ्ती, कोई जमील, कोई फलाना रशीद, कोई भी नहीं दे सकता. अल्लाह क्या फरमा रहे हैं? अल्लाह फरमा रहे हैं गाइडेंस चाहिए मेरे पास आओ. O my servant, Hadith Qudsi is like where Allah basically talks to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam directly, right? And he gives him the commands, right? All of you are hungry except those whom I fed. So seek food from me, I shall feed you. Allah Ta'ala फरमा रहे हैं कि भाई तुम सब भूखे हो. जिसको मैं खाना देता हूँ वो खाना खाता है. इसको सब खाना किसको दे रहे हैं? सबको कौन खाना दे रहा है? अल्लाह ताला दे रहे हैं. This is a long hadith, right? This is a very famous hadith of Hadith Qudsi, right? फिर अबूजर गफारी से justice, अदल, तौहीद, mercy and forgiveness and omnipotence अल्लाह ताला की वहदनियत और उसके ऊपर बहुत सारी हदीसें हैं. ठीक है ना? ये अर्ली कन्वर्ट्स ऑफ इस्लाम में से थे और मैंने दूसरा बंदा देखा जिसका नाम अबूजर है, राइट? सो ये बहुत जो है ना सादी जिंदगी गुजारते थे. ज़ुहद बहुत ज़्यादा था. ठीक है ना? एंड व्हेन ही वाज डाइंग ही डाइड. अबूजर गफारी रज़ियल्लाहु अन्हु डाइड इन अ डेजर्ट इन वन रूम. ही हैड नथिंग बिसाइड हिम. ठीक है ना? एंड व्हेन ही वाज डाइंग उनकी वाइफ वहाँ बैठकर रो रही थी. सो रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम सेड टू हिम, you came alone, you'll be raised alone. ठीक है ना? एंड उसकी उनके ऊपर बहुत सारी और भी हैं. मैं इसके ऊपर अपना जब स्कॉलर प्रोग्राम करूंगा तो आई विल बी टॉकिंग about him a lot, about all of these companions, because these are life lessons we have to learn. Okay, so this is my recommendation for you. Mashallah, you have performed very well. At the age of 17 you scored 82% in your presentation. Interview में you scored 90%. Altogether, it's 86%. It's a very good score. Go, your parents are alive?
Yes.
Go and hug them and say,
Okay.
मैट्रिक में क्या परसेंटेज आई थी?
Around 70.
70 से 86 पे आ गया तुम.
Yeah.
ओके, मैट्रिक किस में किया था? प्री इंजीनियरिंग किस में?
Computer science.
साइंस में. अब तुम और आगे चले गए हो. You can do a lot. At this moment in time, if you want to take admission in UK or USA or Canada, we can get you there. But obviously, we can also offer you access to bank statement. But there are terms and conditions. You have to come on site. You have to come on board, start teaching to the students, everything. तुम्हें पढ़ाना भी पड़ेगा, सब कुछ करना पड़ेगा. You can do all of those things. Those are very simple conditions to meet. Many people are doing it and they are getting the benefits out of it. Right? तुम्हें participate करना पड़ेगा, सब कुछ करना पड़ेगा, and that way we can sponsor you. मेरी personal recommendation, you're very young.
Yeah.
Complete your Al-Razak program, first of all. Do one specialization after it. Keep on working in the industry. Become a QB astronaut. And if you want, a golden astronaut. Inshallah. Okay? By the time you're 20 years of age, then you should go and do your master's. So 3 साल काम करो, establish करो अपने आप को. You can go from here to Saudi. Yes. ठीक है ना? You can go there. And you will be able to secure a job very well, inshallah. In Dubai, in Saudi, you can do all of those things, right? But complete some of the requirements. Get those things in line and then go, inshallah. Okay?
Okay.
And ask your parents. My teacher, Muhammad Faisal, asked a dua. So just say Ameen. Allah already heard it. Just say Ameen. Allahumma inni as'aluka shahadatan fil masjid an-nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam wa ummi wa abbi wa Shaykh Muhammad. This is my dua. Okay?
Okay.
What is the translation? You can do translation later on.
Yes.
But the point is, you have done very, very well, mashallah. In the next 3 years, you have to define yourself by completing all the core things. And Allah will give you more success and you will keep on moving forward. तुम्हारी जो डिस्टिंक्शन आई है, तुम इसकी वजह से तुम्हें स्कॉलरशिप भी बाहर मिल सकती है. That's another thing. But become a QB astronaut, then apply for scholarship. You can secure that. Because you secure that distinction. 86%. Very good, mashallah. In interview, 90%. This all will go in your records. I'm very proud of you. Mashallah. Okay? Do you have any questions for me? मेरे लिए कोई सवाल है?
I have a question. Is that my course expiry? My course expiry diploma expires after next month. So I have to buy it
Yes,
again.
you your diploma because जो तुम्हारा Al Razak program है, that is consuming a lot of containers, right? You can
Yes.
you go online, जाते हो, click करते हो, container खुल जाता है, there is no
Yes.
installation, there is nothing, but we are catering that thing from Microsoft, from AWS. And then there's a lot of infrastructure on which it is running. So there's a cost. We are not
Okay.
charging that cost from the customers. We are not
Yes,
doing it
I'm.
for students. This is a privilege that we are providing it to them. Okay. If you want to access that, and if you want to get the job guarantee and everything, you have to complete the diploma in 1 year and complete the Al-Razak, right? But even if you would, वो तो मनी बैक गारंटी तो दूर की बात है, अभी तो तुम्हारी जॉब भी हो गई है, देयर इज नथिंग, आई मीन
Yes.
माशाल्लाह देयर, सो तुम्हें अपनी सिर्फ उस वक्त तक रिन्यू करो जब तक तुम्हें अल रज़ाक पूरा करना है। यस, तुम्हें अगर फ़ायदा ये होता है कि अगर पूरी आ जाए, यू जस्ट हैव टू डू अल रज़ाक, तो ठीक है, बोलो यार मुझे अल रज़ाक करना है, मैं अपना डिप्लोमा रिन्यू कर देता हूँ ताकि मैं पढ़ता रहूँ और उसको करता रहूँ, मंथ टू मंथ पे चले जाओ, इट्स फाइन। अगर
Okay.
अच्छी डील मिलती है, यू कैन जस्ट से ओके यार मैं मुझे पूरा साल लगेगा क्योंकि 12 महीने पर रसाक लॉन्च होगा और मुझे मिलता चला जाएगा, और तुम्हारे केवाईसी के हिसाब से तुम्हारी लैब्स बिल्कुल डिफरेंट होगी। शुरू के 6 मंथ्स एवरीवन इज गेटिंग सिमिलर लैब्स, लास्ट 6 मंथ्स एवरीवन इज गेटिंग डिफरेंट लैब्स। सो तुम्हारे टाइटल्स, तुम्हारी जॉब टाइटल्स तुम्हारे उस टाइम पे क्या चल रहे हैं, दे वर डिफरेंट एज कम्पेयर टू अनदर
Yes.
पर्सन, as compared to another person, as compared to another person. The probability of a person sharing the same KYC based process, same labs, is 1%. So अगर 100 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, 100 में से 2 ऐसे होंगे, 1 से 2 जिनकी लैब्स एक जैसी होंगी, वरना सबकी सिम डिफरेंट है, because everyone has different conditions. You want
Yes.
to go somewhere else, you want to do something else, your career objectives are different, your financial, तुम्हारे financial हालात different है, everything is different. No one will have the same thing, right? So based on that, you will be given that. But it will open over 12 months. That's why we say, जैसे ही तुम लो admission, pay the learner registration fee. That is not an examination fee, by the way. We call it exam fee. That's not the exam fee. Exam fee is already included. That's the registration fee with EduQual, right? And then you get access to the labs and everything. So continue doing that. अगर तुमने
Okay.
सी के एडी पास कर लिया और सी के ए पास कर लिया, सी के एस पास कर लिया, ठीक है ना, अल रज़ाक के साथ तुम्हारे जुलाई में जो भी लैब्स हैं, हर मंथ तुम्हें मिलेंगी, एवरी मंथ। सो यू
Yes.
गॉट फर्स्ट मंथ रेड हैट, राइट? इन जुलाई यू
Yes.
विल गेट द अदर लैब्स, द होल क्यूबी एस्ट्रोनॉट लैब्स, गोल्डन एस्ट्रोनॉट लैब्स, ऑल द टास्क्स एंड एवरीथिंग। तुम्हें कंटेनर्स मिल रहे हैं, पूरी इन्वायरमेंट मिल रही है, एवरीथिंग इज देयर, तुम्हें जाके सिर्फ प्रैक्टिस करनी है, प्रैक्टिस करो, दैट्स इट। इफ यू सी यू कि तुमने आईडी शेयर की, सब कुछ किया, यू विल बी बार्ड एंड योर डिप्लोमा कैन बी पोटेंशियली कैंसल्ड। डोंट डू दैट।
Okay.
गलत काम मत करना। गलत काम की क्या सजा है? अल्लाह ताला माफ कर देंगे अगर कोई चोरी करेगा, अगर किसी ने कत्ल किया अल्लाह ताला माफ कर देंगे। इस्लाम में चोरी की क्या सजा है?
Path curtain.
ठीक है ना? अगर
Yeah.
रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के पास जो है ना उसामा बिन जैद आए और बोला कि भाई मैं किसी किसी औरत के हाथ कटने वाले थे, वो किसी रिच कबीले की बेटी थी,
Yes.
सरदार। तो उन्होंने कहा कि तुम वो 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 करने के लिए नहीं आए थे, वो सिफारिश करने नहीं आए थे। उन्होंने कहा कि उन्होंने मुझे भेजा है आपसे बात करने। उन्होंने कहा तुम क्यों आए हो? उन्होंने तुम्हें इसलिए भेजा कि तुम सिफारिश करो। उन्होंने कहा नहीं, मुझे तो सिर्फ भेजा है, उन्होंने कहा आपसे कि बात कर लूँ। उन्होंने कहा अगर मेरी बेटी भी होगी इसके भी हाथ कट जाए। द रूल्स आर रूल्स। सो एनीवन हु इज caught cheating will be banned from the portal and their diploma will be cancelled. So don't do any of these things because इतना सारा डेटा तुम लोग के ऊपर जमा हो रहा है, तुम लोग क्या करते हो, कितने लैब्स करते हो, लैब्स कैसे कर रहे हो, वी कैन सी एवरीथिंग बिकॉज इट इज रिकॉर्डेड, राइट?
Yes.
तो उसके हिसाब से 1 टेराबाइट से ऊपर का डेटा जमा हो रहा है, मीन इट्स गेटिंग रिडिकुलस, ठीक है ना? बट एआई इज एबल टू मॉनिटर एवरीथिंग एंड इज एबल टू रिव्यू एवरीथिंग, वी डोंट इवन हैव टू डू दोस थिंग्स। नाउ अवर ह्यूमंस आर डूइंग द थिंग्स विच आर इंपॉर्टेंट, बाकी सब एआई कर रही है। सो focus on yourself, on your iman, on your studies, and on your job, inshallah, and on your health. Okay, on your health as
Okay.
well. Okay, inshallah. Next time I see you, you should be all buffed up.
Okay.
Yeah, inshallah. Okay, so I'm very proud of you, mashallah. 16 years, 17 years of age, you have done a big thing, yeah. Really proud of you, mashallah. Okay,
And
I'll give you more success. And
Amin.
inshallah, say my salam to your parents. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me via email or join me when I'm live, inshallah, and I'll be able to answer your questions. Okay, मुझे message कर दो.
Okay.
Have my number?
No, I don't have.
Okay, take my number and you can message me when I'm there, inshallah. Here you go. अभी message कर दो, मैं save कर लूँगा. And then I will be,
Okay.
okay?
Tell me your number.
चला गया?
Yes.
Save it. Okay? चलो, जज़ाकल्लाह खैर. Inshallah, I will see you all next time. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi